Go straight to the NPP. Tomorrow, they will be voting at the Special Delegates Conference, or is a Congress, at which they are going to prune down the 7 people who are interested in becoming the flag bearer of the NPP, and they'll prune them down to 5. Now, there's a statement that's been issued from the NPP, and they're saying that there appears to be some misinformation going out, that delegates are entitled to vote for 5 of the candidates. They say, no, that is wrong. That is not in tandem with the constitution of the NPP. That is Article 12(7)(b), which says that they will only have the right to vote for one person. One person. Kweku, tomorrow, it's been dogged with a lot of controversy and questionings about the fact that people are pushing Nana ahead of everybody, making the level, the playing field unleveled, uneven, that's so to speak.
Well, I think we discussed this thing last week, or aspects of it. I am not sure there's a deliberate scheme to create an uneven pitch. Otherwise, I suspect some of the aspirants would have publicly declared their non-participation. If it's a foregone, and the foregone is being schemed, deliberately, then you might as well not contest. But they are all in there, still very hopeful that they are going to win. At least 5 of them, that they may pass the barrier so as to go to the major Congress. So, to be honest with you, I think we should put that aside. Though we've all criticized some few things that we've seen ahead of time. It's now gone. 24 hours to time. They should focus, and I believe it will be done peacefully across the nation. But a few things that have come up, and the question about, what if there's a tie, between the, because you are taking out 2. But I have intercepted.
You're still in the interception business.
Yeah. I intercepted an interesting document from the party. It's a memorandum to the national chairman of the party from the Constitutional and Legal Committee of the NPP. It's dated 26th August 2014. And if you permit me, quite an interesting observations they've made here. They say what to do in the event of a tie to select the first 5 candidates for the presidential primaries in October 2014. There is no clear constitutional provision covering this. Once more, we should give meaning to the ultimate purpose of what the Constitution provides. We should end up pruning the candidates so that it does not exceed 5. Assuming votes for the 7 contestants end up as follows: 100, 80, 60, 40, and then 0, 0, 0. Then all those who got 0 are disqualified, for the preference for them is 0. That is, no one wanted them to be in the number. Therefore, 4 candidates will ultimately run. But if the result is 100, 80, 60, 1, 1, 0, then the candidate with 0 is out, and a predetermined formula should be applied to deal with the tie of those who had 1 vote each. A toss of the coin, a toss of the coin, please,
or the drawing of straws.
A toss of the coin will decide the person who goes the next round. Save that a rule should be formulated in advance and accepted in advance before the vote is cast. Secondly, there's the last paragraph. The casting vote principle may also be applied in such cases. In that case, it could be provided that all members of the National Council should meet to cast votes in respect of the candidates in the tie. This will be a form of collegial casting vote. It will save cost. It will be expeditious, giving finality to the process.
Okay, wish them well.
Yes, I wish them well.
Okay.
This is an imaginative, very creative way of going about it. But looking forward, it appears that then the Constitution itself, the party's Constitution, may need some amendments.
Right. But you have your finger on which 2 of them will miss it?
It's difficult for me to do. I know who will top it, but I cannot tell the two that will miss out.
Yes, Felix.
Well, there's no doubt that the processes leading up to this Super Delegates Congress or conference, as they choose to call it, has been lopsided. There is abundant evidence of an uneven playing field. Of course, it didn't start today. It preceded the election of the current national executive. In fact, it is at the heart of the confusion that has beset the NPP, and indeed, there are those who believe that the current executive or the leadership of the executive wants to balance the field, as it were, so that other candidates who felt threatened could have some comfort, and that has led to all sorts of confusion and mayhem in the party. We were all witnesses to the bloodbath that occurred at the headquarters last week. It does not appear that they have been able to clear this thick cloud of confusion. They are unable, as of now, to tell us what the clear rules are in terms of distinguishing between various candidates. But you just read...
That's the stage.
No, but you've read a document that makes recommendations on how they can address that problem. I'm not sure.
In case
if it is
the problem happens,
no, but
this is how to solve it.
Yes.
No, but this one doesn't say that this is how they will solve it. They have only recommended that rules be made. I'm not sure whether, as we sit here, the rules have been made.
The understanding is that there and then,
they'll make the
happens,
rules there. But I think it will be too late. It is preferable that well in advance of the contest.
No, but you see, before I'm assuming this is a hypothetical situation, before you cast the ballot, I believe that all the 7 aspirants will be made aware that assuming we are confronted with this scenario, what do we do? These are the things we recommended from
the coin.
So they will have come to a certain agreement before the ballot.
Nonetheless, I believe strongly that this could have been done well in advance. I mean, perhaps if they were not fighting last week, they could have used the period to address it, because there are some who will perceive this as a threat. They will perceive it as an attempt to disadvantage them. And in order
before
to
the
remove,
casting of the ballot?
Yes, I think it is too late to agree on rules before ballots are cast. It is preferable that even before the contest begins, that is sorted out. And I cannot understand why a party like the NPP cannot bring itself to resolve these questions.
When Koku was reading, Koku, please allow him. When Koku was reading, when Koku was reading, and he said they should consider the ultimate purpose of the Constitution. I saw you wrote that down.
Yeah, purposive interpretation. I mean, it runs contrary to their demand that the Supreme Court should not apply that same principle in the election petition. But finally, Samson, I am not too sure whether this contest would resolve the deep-seated divisions in the NPP. It appears that they've been able to paper over it now because it's in their interest that they
But is that your prayer that it should solve?
Well, you see, we will beat the NPP any day, irrespective of whether they are strong or not.
That's not the answer to my question.
Yeah, but if
that this
that would be contingent on an advantage that we will have if they were weak. But if they are strong, we'll beat them. If they are weak, we'll beat them even more.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Esla, you are in this. What are you looking up to tomorrow?
Felix's statements were very predictable. I would have been very surprised if he hadn't gone down that line. But I am sure that all the delegates as at now have made up their minds who they are going to vote for. I am not sure that there was an uneven playing field. Everybody was aware of the rules of the game. Nobody has been prevented from meeting the delegates. Everybody has been giving whatever latitude they need to conduct the campaigns the way they want to, and they've all been around the country. All the candidates have been around the country without incident. The incident which took place...
Some felt the time was short, though.
I don't think so. This is a small pool of delegates who are going to be whittling down the number. And as at now, I'll be very surprised if any delegate is about to change their minds. In fact, I think that the direction that the party wants to go has been clear from day one. But our constitution makes provision for us to conduct these super elections, and so we're all going through the motions. But I doubt if anybody is in any, I don't even know, doubt about the outcome of this campaign. If the information we've received from around the country as the delegates have gone round and in the diaspora is anything to go by. But I would urge all delegates to go there and cast their ballots quietly, as we've always done, and at the end of the day, the results will be declared. I'm happy that that statement correcting the mode of the manner in which the elections are going to be conducted has come out. Every delegate is casting their ballot for one candidate. Nobody is going to sit down and tabulate who I want to be number 1 or 2 or 3. I mean, what if you want only one delegate? So one candidate.
Let me just repeat that bit of the statement that has been issued. It says that it is in the media domain, somewhere in the media, that
actually it was made on your platform. Are you quote?
Right, about two media houses.
He didn't do that.
I've seen about 2 or 3 media houses here. Okay, sorry. I've seen up to about 4 or 5 media houses that they refer to. And this one says, the statement is totally wrong, false and misleading. It should not be allowed to stand for a moment. It should not be allowed to mislead any delegate of the party. Whoever is responsible for this false and baseless information should withdraw it from the public domain with an unqualified apology. In the forthcoming, please. Okay, in the forthcoming election, Article 12(7)(b) of the NPP Constitution reads in plain and simple English, quote, where there is more than one contestant, each delegate will cast his or her vote by secret ballot for one of the candidates.
I just want to conclude that, I mean, we don't want, in this delegates, we don't want any spot ballots. So please, if you cast your vote for more than one person, you've thrown your vote away. You're only casting your ballot for one person, your preferred candidate to be flag bearer in the party, or to be one of the 5 potential flag bearers of the party. So don't go voting for more than one.
Which of the 7 do you think will not make it? That's 2.
It's not clear how they should vote.
Oh, I know who will top the list. I know who will be on top of the list. I don't know who will be at the bottom.
Oninto says we should expect a tsunami.
Yes.
Well, maybe there'll be a reverse tsunami where Oninto is concerned.
Thank you, Esla.
I've been very careful on this platform. Very careful.
Amani, wish the NPP well tomorrow. Wish them well for tomorrow.
We certainly wish the NPP very, very well. We know that their elections are predictable, always drawn on the lines of the Dankwa and the Buzia fashion.
Dombo's there as well.
Recently, President Kufuor representing the Buzia fashion and Nanado the Dankwa fashion. My concern has to do. My concern has to do with the seeming incompetence that has characterized the whole process. Instead of them looking at crossing the T's and dotting the I's, they were fighting at their party headquarters, bow and arrows and all that, and you think that they can do better.
So
because
please allow him to finish up.
We will continue to focus on the Commander Sugar Factory project, the Youth Enterprise Support Project. Projects, just to lay a solid foundation for a victory that the NPP itself will be scared of going to the Supreme Court.
says something. I pray and hope that the wrongdoers will be punished. We shouldn't allow the state coffers to be looted in this manner. Cyril in Accra says, can I kindly ask you to investigate who owns the media company that Fred Darko heads, where he owned up? He said that is his. Ghanaians will be amazed at who really owns it. God help us. I see. Go to the commission. They need information. Go and give them that information. Well, this show is also